we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters. Nah, don't walk away now. Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we?
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Amazon workers, there's a lot of movement at Amazon lately. I mean,
as there should
really,
be, right?
As there should be, yeah. But I mean, really, since the Teamsters, since ALU has affiliated with the Teamsters, they have been doing really good work at Amazon. One of the latest things is that there were work stoppages at Amazon warehouses across the country. This video posted to Twitter from the Progressive International showed Amazon workers across the world engaging in work stoppages and protests and things like this. Let's play this clip of Amazon workers striking from Progressive International.
A wave of walkouts hit Amazon on this Black Friday.
Amazon workers are set to protest on Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
As Amazon workers at multiple locations walked off the job today,
protesting the company's work practices. Organizers say the strikes and the protests are part of a campaign called Make Amazon Pay.
Say that demonstrations were planned across 30 countries,
including France, Germany, the US,
and in Japan, Brazil.
The biggest disruption in the company's 30-year history.
Moltissimi lavoratori di Amazon stanno scioperando.
Centenares de trabajadores de Amazon en todo el mundo se fueron a la huelga.
En France, l'association Attac dénonce une journée de surproduction et de la surconsommation.
An mehreren deutschen Standorten des Online-Händlers Amazon haben Mitarbeiter ihre Arbeit niedergelegt.
Así que, como decimos, afectaría a toda la cadena de suministro.
The group is demanding that the company increase wages, pay more taxes, and reduce the company's carbon footprint.
So really cool, 30 countries, largest work stoppage in Amazon's 30-year history. Really cool stuff. Here in the South, workers in Atlanta announced they were unionizing with a March on the Boss. Here's a clip of the March on the Boss.
Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters. Nah, don't walk away now. Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters. Who are we? Teamsters.
And when he was saying "don't walk away now," that was the management was walking away into their office, trying to hide from the March on the Boss. So that was pretty cool. And here is this is the clip that we initially played first, where they were making the announcement and talking about why they were unionizing, why they are unionizing with the Teamsters.
I am living history. I am the movements of generations before me. I am the future that they did not see. I am the one who now paves the way for all those who come after me. I am living history.
The movement here in Atlanta is extremely strong.
It's because of the city's history.
This is the mecca for a lot of things.
And civil rights.
We have the history of doing this already.
We got a different fire to this.
It's in our bones.
South has been battling for these types of things.
I need something that's beneficial and something that can stick to make sure that my family is good and I don't have to work check to check.
It's about to be my baby boy's first Christmas. I don't even know if I can get him presents.
I'm trying to provide for this one and another little one off of $21 an hour.
We're probably paid the least. FedEx, UPS.
I'm excited to be a Teamster, man. It's brotherhood, family bound.
I love being a Teamster because it gives me a voice.
I'm excited to join us Teamsters because they welcome me with open arms.
I'm excited with everything with Teamsters. I'm with the family.
It makes me feel empowered.
Forever, I'm a Teamster.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate. In a press release that accompanied the video, Trent Knight, an Amazon Teamster at DGT 8, where those workers were, said, Amazon workers deserve so much more from a company that makes billions of dollars in profits every year. Many of us can barely afford to pay our bills and make rent each month, yet we're the reason Amazon is one of the most profitable companies in the world. With this union, we're taking a step to finally get the pay, benefits, and respect we deserve. Aaron Nipper, another Amazon Teamster at DGT 8, said, Amazon cannot continue to get away with paying us poverty wages while they earn more in profits year after year. We're tired of the disrespect and not being able to afford basic living expenses to keep a roof over our head and feed our families. Enough is enough. We're proud to join the Amazon Teamsters, and we're going to fight for what we deserve. They also list the Teamsters do the organizing wave unfolding in Amazon across the country. Since September, warehouse workers in San Francisco, delivery drivers in Queens, Victorville, and City of Industry have all formed unions with the Teamsters and demanded recognition. Meanwhile, workers at the company's largest air hubs in Kentucky and California have walked off the job in protest of the company's unfair labor practices. In June, Amazon labor union members at JFK 8 in Staten Island voted to affiliate with the Teamsters by a near unanimous 98.3% in favor. The growing momentum is inspiring more Amazon workers to join the thousands already part of the union. Talking about some of the problems at Amazon, the Teamsters say Amazon wields absolute control over the terms and conditions of employment for its delivery drivers through its delivery service partner program. Yet the company has argued that it does not employ the workers. In August, Amazon drivers in Palmdale, California secured a monumental victory when National Labor Relations Board Region 31 made a determination that Amazon is a joint employer of its drivers and therefore has a legal duty to recognize and bargain with the Teamsters. The joint employer determination sets a major precedent and is applicable to Amazon drivers who work under similar conditions nationwide, including the Amazon DGT-8 drivers. This is no longer the Teamsters speaking. I don't think they would want to be so forward with this. But this ruling is obviously going to be in jeopardy, potentially, from a Trump NLRB. And so we'll see how much leverage Sean O'Brien's kind of, flirting with Donald Trump is able to give him. Donald Trump did appoint a relatively pro-labor secretary, or did nominate a relatively pro-labor person to be Secretary of Labor, but that position has, doesn't have just a whole lot of power over employers. There's a lot of really important things that a Secretary of Labor can do, but some Trump advisors are already going around because there was a lot of business people freaking out about it. I mean, it was really kind of cool to see some Chamber of Commerce types talking about how concerned they are about, is Trump actually serious about being pro-worker? And a lot of Trump advisors have been going around and talking to these business folks saying, don't worry, it's not a big deal. You'll be a lot more, you will be more, less worried once you see who we're going to pick for deputy secretary and who you see that we appoint for the NLRB. So, these are going to be, the NLRB in particular is going to be a really big test of how serious Donald Trump is about maintaining the, the relatively small amount of support that he has from union leadership, particularly the Teamsters. If I was Sean O'Brien, the NLRB would be the one that I would be going to the mat on rather than Labor Secretary, because the NLRB has the power to, to declare that Amazon contractors are jointly employed by Amazon. And so Amazon also has to negotiate with the Teamsters when these folks unionize with the Teamsters. So really important precedent that the Teamsters mentioned that is potentially put at risk by the Trump victory. But we'll see. Look, I mean, like I said, I don't know if I haven't been on the air since Trump made that nomination, but I did talk to Dale about it last week, Dale Jackson, the conservative radio host in Huntsville. And, I said, look, that's it's a good pick. It's a good pick as far as these things go. And we will see how much that means. How much does it mean that Donald Trump picked a relatively pro-labor secretary? And her pro-labor bona fides are a lot, frankly, to be determined. She was in Congress for one term. under a Democratic president. And so she did support the Public Service Freedom to Negotiate Act and the PRO Act, which are very important and very controversial for a Republican to support. But also she supported them at a time when there was zero chance of them passing. So pro-labor, her pro-labor bona fides are for sure to be determined. But, as far as these things go, it's about as good as you could hope for from a Trump pick. But we'll see how what his NLRB picks look like.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it really hinges on the NLRB more than the DOL. And I think it's easy to throw us a bone on that, personally. I'm not going to put too much into it one way or the other, really. I think we're going to have to wait and see. But, as you mentioned, there are some things that the Secretary of Labor can do, and it's going to be up to Labor to pressure her to try to be a vocal advocate for labor. But really, yeah, I'm waiting to see what's the rest of the administration look like. What's the rest of the makeup when it comes to labor specifically? How's that really going to shake out? I think it's pretty easy to throw us a bone on the secretary appointment and then throw the Chamber of Commerce a lot of bones.
Yeah,
I think that's very possible. So not saying that's what's going to happen, but seems likely.
Yeah. We'll see. Another Amazon Teamster news. Another Amazon Teamster news. This one out of New York, where Amazon suspended a Queens driver that was assaulted by the corporation's own union buster. This is a crazy story. Amazon Teamsters marched on the boss in New York City on Wednesday after a corporate union buster hired by the trillion-dollar company verbally assaulted and repeatedly used a homophobic slur against an Amazon driver as he arrived for work. Observed by multiple witnesses, including Amazon management, union buster Juan Carlos Cervantes of Government Resources Consultants of America attacked the Amazon employee during the morning of November 26 at the company's DBK4 facility in Queens. The International Brotherhood of Teamsters are filing an unfair labor practice charges against Amazon over the assault, as well as formal complaints with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. During the incident, Cervantes verbally threatened the Amazon delivery driver with physical violence at work before loudly calling the Teamster a homophobic slur multiple times as he prepared for work. The driver was able to begin making deliveries as work got underway on Tuesday, but was notified by Amazon management later in the day that the e-commerce giant was suspending him pending an investigation into the attack. Emmanuel T., the assaulted Amazon driver, said, Amazon hired this union buster to come harass me at work and call me a homophobic slur. Amazon is creating an unsafe workplace for me and my coworkers, especially my fellow Teamsters who identify as LGBTQ. We don't need harassment and homophobia. What we need is for Amazon to follow the law and negotiate a Teamsters union contract that provides the pay and safety we deserve. Amazon drivers at DBK4 overwhelmingly organized with the Teamsters on September 16th. In the months since, Amazon has refused to recognize the union, leading to the filing of numerous ULP charges against the company for worker retaliation, union busting, and blatant labor law violations. Amazon is legally obligated to bargain a first contract with the Teamsters drivers under federal law, though Amazon continues to break said law. Following the workers' suspension, Amazon drivers marched on the boss at DBK4 earlier last week to demand his reinstatement and for the immediate removal of Cervantes and other union busters that Amazon has brought into the facility. As of Wednesday afternoon, Amazon told the Teamsters Union the worker remains suspended but would not respond about the union buster. That is just insane. Really, really wild stuff. Here's some stats from the Teamsters. Between 2022 and 2023 alone, Amazon spent more than $17 million hiring corporate union busters to swarm its delivery stations, warehouses, and fulfillment centers to try to intimidate or threaten workers from joining the Teamsters. Cervantes was paid $75,000 during a previous anti-union campaign, according to union-busting watchdog group Labor Lab. Despite the abuse or explicit attacks such predators wage against working people, thousands of Amazon workers nationwide continue to join the movement to unionize. Amazon workers at 5 facilities nationwide have all united to join the Teamsters in recent months, including workers at Amazon's DGT8 facility in Atlanta earlier this week. Since September, warehouse workers in San Francisco and Amazon drivers in New York and Southern California have all organized and demanded Amazon recognize the Teamsters. So, Lots of news coming out of Amazon recently, with the Teamsters at the head of all of it, and looking forward to continuing to see news coming out of Amazon.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest employers. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most strategic employers, so it's really important, and glad to see the momentum the Teamsters seem to have. Hopefully it keeps going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially seeing it in the South. Love to see Atlanta on the map, and yeah, good job, Teamsters comms department, on putting that video together.
Yeah.
That's good.
Taking a cue from the UAW.
I would say so.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.